So Howard Hsu up against Wei Nan, never met before. And the winner takes on Pablo Albian or Tommy Sugiato. 65th in the world right now, Howard Hsu. One of his most recent outings was at the Pan American Games in July. Left to Kevin Corden in that one. You can see it's a pretty even win-loss ratio in 2015. Reached the final in an event in Brazil, but then lost in a row. China Masters, the US Open. Things have improved in July. Made the quarterfinals at the White Knights event in Russia.
Yeah, I think when you look at his win-lose record, it also shows that the wins that he has is in smaller tournaments and not like the World Championships.
Well, this man's a good form semi-finalist at the Open Chinese Taipei last month. Lost to Chen Long. Also made the semis at the China Masters, beaten by another Chinese player, Wang Zhengming. So he has had some first-round exits, but you know there's enough there to suggest he's one of those players, Wei Nan, that looks on his day when he's playing really, really well, almost unstoppable at times, but maybe not quite as consistent as he would like. Just to tell you, Michael Friedal of Norway is our umpire.
He has a brilliant attack, and when that one works for him, he is very difficult playing against. On the other hand, if his opponent get him out running and working hard for, in the rallies or for his points, then he doesn't like that too much.
They've never met before. Both players have, though, played in the World Championships. Last year, not this man, but a bit of an upset in the seeded Kento Momoto after the Japan performed so well, of course, and win the Thomas Cup. Lost in the last 16 in the end.
Let's start.
Well, the umpire suggested that he's ready, but the players aren't quite yet ready.
Wei Nan just shows the umpire who's really deciding what to do on the court.
Who's in charge, eh?
Exactly.
Leave Howard Hsu out there just to...
And that might be Howard's chance in this match, is that Wei Nan could take a little easy, or hope that this match would be easy.
On my right, Howard Hsu, USA. And on my left,
maybe can surprise him in the beginning.
Hong Kong, China. Howard Hsu to serve. Love all. Play.
I suppose some expectations on Wei Nan here. He is, after all, the first badminton medal winner at the Asian Games. Won bronze last year. One of those players who can really produce the goods at the top level. Has a real nonchalance about his badminton, doesn't he?
He does. He has very nice techniques, and as I mentioned earlier, he has a very good attack, especially from his round the head corner. I've actually been coaching against him in Malaysia this year with Hans Christian, and one of the ideas was to every time you have to lift to him, then you play his forehand corner. He has a very good smash both court and straight, and he can also cut it cross court, so you need to get forward to the net. You got to be careful there.
Yeah, and quick as a flash, he's just won another point as well.
5-1.
And at the moment, Howard Hsu giving a bit of a run around. just long. So just remind us, what's the drift doing here, Jesper?
Yeah, don't ask me, please, because I actually thought that the drift was from the side that we are sitting on. So Howard has the drift in his back, but it seems like also in the mixed doubles that all of the lifts that actually went out was on the side that Howard's on now. So
and also from Howard's side, is it a little bit left to right as well?
It could be, yes. I think it will change when the crowd comes in here. Right now, it's hard to say where the drift is.
Fair enough.
6,
Sorry about that.
3.
Honesty is the best policy. Makes it look so easy, doesn't it?
He does, yes.
7, 3.
Howard didn't really get the start that he wanted to. I think what's important here for him is to try to make rallies, make Wei Nan work hard for the points.
Service over. 4, 7.
But that's he hasn't succeeded in that yet. The rally there, hitting the tape.
Service over. 5, 9.
Now, Howard is ready after his serve. Wei Nan likes doing this, putting a soft, high shot into the net, close to the net, and then trying to attack the next one or get the attack on that one. And in that way, when you serve, you have to move forward very fast.
7, 9.
Well, he's in the match now, Howard Shue, at least.
Service over. 10, 7. Interval.
So Wei Nan very much in charge here early on. 11-7. Well, thanks to a lightning fast start. 5-1 to the good very early on.
Yeah, he's in charge and he takes the attack. That he does it, he needs to change that. And one of the ways to do that is that you can play what we call the middle game. So instead of playing it short to the net, then you push the shots a little bit into the court, and it's more difficult for Wei Nan to make these tight net shots and get the lifts. The coach has helped him out here.
Eleven, 7, play.
He shouldn't try and take the fight at the net, because that's not going to happen. He's not winning in that way.
So if that's not the way he's winning, how is he winning?
He should be trying to push the shots a little further into the court at the net game, and then as you saw here also this smash, when he lifts, he should be lifting towards the forehand corner of Wei Nan and not the backhand corner. Of course, it's easier said than done. I'm not sure that he quite has the level to beat Wei Nan no matter what he does, but the way that he played the last few rallies is definitely not the way.
Fair enough. I mean, it's good to point out, really, while we're watching this match here, that, and we'll see this, that was pretty close, wasn't it?
And didn't take a challenge.
I mean, the top level events, isn't he? Whereas Howard Hsu isn't. I mean, he's played some Grand Prix Gold level events, but Wei Nan's playing all the Super Series events, isn't he? World rank number 20.
Yeah, this is just the difference between players in the top 20 and the one below 50.
15-9.
Yeah, Howard Hsu 65.
The competition in men's singles is just very tough. It's not that Howard Hsu is a bad player at all, but it's just difficult, especially in the US, where you don't have as many opponents to practice against as you have out here in Asia.
Yeah, and he's playing men's doubles. I mean, a lot of the guys in the singles play men's doubles as well. Howard concentrates on the singles, though.
Well done.
Quite a few players juggles studies in badminton,
16.
and it takes a little while to get your degree when you take some time off from your degree. You try to qualify for the last Olympics. Took some time out there, but was just outside where he needed to be to qualify, and of course that is the goal.
11.
House is to try and get in Olympic frame again, because of America being from that side of the world, that the opportunities are greater than they are where the competition isn't quite so great, because it's got to be a global thing, hasn't it? Like it is here this week. We've got an Egyptian pair obviously on next in the women's doubles.
12-16.
Yeah, we see players from different part of the world. There's no doubt that Asia is the dominant part of the world in badminton. But it's nice to see that the Olympics has done that to badminton. That there are more players from around the world, and that means both Africa and South America also. In North America, they have been playing badminton good. I think back 60s, 70s, I think.
And of course, Tony Gunnawan, who is part of the coach, he's former Olympic champion in the last decade or so, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been there for a long time now. He moved there right after he stopped his career. Actually, he continued playing and also got world champion when he was playing for the US. Beat me a couple of times.
It's just tightened up a little, hasn't it? I mean, Howard Hsu's on a nice run of points here. Probably played the best badminton he has in the match so far.
Yeah, he's taking charge, attacking a little more.
Well, that's 5 points in a row he's won.
Yeah, that was smart, though.
That was a chance to make it 6 as well. He knows it as well, a little anguished look.
But I still, and he's in control. Can speed this up, gears extra. Always danger, you know. You might give your opponent the chance to get back in the match. Very nice.
Down to 1 point now, the lead.
16-17.
16-9. Now just 17-16. really given something for Howard Hsu to fight for here when it looked beyond him this opening game.
Yeah, you can also see the coach from Wei Nan. He's moved a little forward in the chair,
18,
trying to explain
16.
to him that it might not come that easy. As we also said earlier, Howard Hsu is not a bad player, and if Wei Nan doesn't play up to his best, then he will of course take the chance.
Here's a short lift, dispatched by Hsu.
Service over.
In the beginning and middle of the set, Wei Nan was getting high at the net, getting the lifts. Now he took out the pace a little bit and is not getting as fast to the net, and this means that Howard is controlling the game, and he's first at the net every time.
Service over.
Still see Wei Nan is not moving.
19-17.
And maybe this is also what Howard feels, is that he's actually, now he has the chance, and then he starts making a few mistakes. Oh, that's a nice shot.
Service over. 18,
Yeah, some encouragement on the
19.
sidelines, as you'd expect. That's a shame. Game points for Wei Nan.
Service over. 20.
Yeah, Howard
game
would be
point,
disappointed in that one.
18.
That was not necessary, and that was a good chance.
Service over.
Also starts a rally with playing him in the forehand corner, which makes a difference.
20.
Might be difficult to see, but it works.
Game.
Well, it was a lot tighter than it looked it might be at one stage, but still Wei Nan
First game won by Wei Nan.
gets the job done as far as the
21-19.
opening game is concerned. 21 points to 19.
Yeah, Howard did well there. He's still, it's still hard. I think he needs to concentrate on the game, and that means that sometimes he will make mistakes because he's playing a little over his normal level. And especially this last shot again is that he just shouldn't play these shots, drop shots at the net, because Wei Nan will attack him, and that's not the right way. I think what he did in the end of the game was that every time Wei Nan was attacking, and then he pushed the next shot into the court, and Wei Nan then started lifting, and Howard could attack that one.
You may have heard in the background that the crowds are starting to arrive. I got distracted just now by a gentleman who's, I assume, dressed as the Garuda, which is the national symbol, isn't it, that bird? There you are. Starting to get a little taste of what the Histoire Sénéan's all about.
Yeah, this is what will happen when the Indonesian starts playing here in Senayan, but even also when there are no Indonesians, this crowd is just very special and so much fun to play here in Senayan.
Love all. Play. One love.
Well, I'm sure would like to kind of pick up where he left off, but just wonder whether Wei Nan will be a little, well, as I say that, he serves into the net, I was going to say, it'll be a little more.
This was actually what happened in the net, and then the next few rallies, he just kind of disappeared out of the game. He maybe got a little... Oh, there we have it.
2-1. Service over. 2-all.
Seems like the drift is picking up a little bit now. Or maybe that lift was just short and in that way difficult to make it clear and for Wei Nan.
Just long from Shu.
Service over. Yes. No?
One of the things that can make Wei Nan a little insecure is actually his serve. He's not serving too well, and I know that the opponents usually try to put a lot of pressure on his serve.
5-3.
It's a positive start in terms of the scoreline now for Howard Shu, isn't it, to this second game?
Service over.
Wei Nan won that point, but 5-4 he leads.
4-5.
Yeah, these shots, the one that he comes to now, he should be lifting straight instead of putting it over there. Oh, that's nice.
5.
A little more speed from Wei Nan there. It's just, he just needs to get him away from that net. He is so sharp up there, Wei Nan. That's just not the way to fight him.
8-5.
If he can, when he starts to rally, he should push it into the mid of the court. But it also
9-5.
In terms of deficit, it's quickly turned into a 9-5.
Over. 6-9.
Still struggling a little bit with that serve.
That was in.
7-9.
Yeah, and that's a shot that you would think would the draft will pick up and then it will go out, but I don't know. This time it did.
Service over. 10-7. Service over. 8-10. 9-10.
Just wide from Howard Shu, so Wei Nan with the interval lead. Just the way he started this match, you thought he might just blitz through and get through in double quick time. But credit to Howard Hsu, who has remained resilient throughout, but is a game down, 11-9 down. So Wei Nan still very much in charge.
Yeah, for me it seems a little bit like Wei Nan. He's frustrated about his serve. He knows that if he's going to do well in this tournament, he needs to be able to serve well also. And I don't know if that's the thing. Maybe tricking him a little bit and making him think, because he definitely has a hard time serving. And if that's not getting better when he is playing single players from the top 20, then that's not going to be him helpful.
Yeah, he needs to play a better level than he is right now, isn't he, if he's going to get to the latter this tournament.
Yeah, so there's no doubt that he and not move too much. So I think he has another level in him too.
Nicely dispatched by Hsu there.
Service over, 10-12.
That's a nice shot.
Service
Normally
over,
he always hits it hard,
13-10.
but when he mixes it up like this, then it's difficult being in the defense.
Service over.
Yeah, that serve is not good. That's not even close to the tape. It's like 15 centimeters into the net, and that is very unusual for a player of his level.
Yeah, that's good.
12-13.
Now, we were talking about the drift before, and this, as you also mentioned in the beginning, there is a little drift from the left side, and this means that if you lift cross court or hit the shuttle cross court from the right side of the court, then it won't just fly out like it normally will, and this one also got stopped by the wind.
Service over. Service over. 15-13.
I don't know, you look at players, Wei Nan gives that air, doesn't he, of it's all so easy for me.
Yeah, it looks easy. Now, Howard actually won a rally at the net there. That doesn't happen very often to Wei Nan, that he loses a rally at the net.
Yeah, much to really.
Over. 16-14.
Just needs a little more consistency, Howard, then he would have a chance of taking this set. But every time he gets close to him, then Howard makes a quite easy mistake.
17-14.
Yeah, some nice shots being Howard Hsu.
15-17.
Both Howard Hsu's parents are former players from Taiwan. Wei Nan's originally from China.
16-17.
Wei Nan tried to take a quick point there, but just overplaced it a little bit. He was fast at the net, though.
17 all now. It's been a very tight game throughout, even though it's I mean, he has saved one of those. Oh, well played.
Yeah, here in this rally we can see the speed that he's got and the level that he has when he's playing 100%. But most of this match he definitely hasn't played 100%.
Oh my call that is from the Norwegian. Just explain what decision has been made there.
Yeah, you can't shuttle on the other side of the net, so this means you have to wasn't when he hit it.
Oh,
that's tight.
I can see why the umpire has given it. I mean, he has to be sure about it. It's really tough to see, but on what a point for it to happen. It would have been, well, it's got another game point here, but it would have been 1 set all.
Yeah, it would have been, but that's mentally strong from Howard, I'd say, to get called by that and then come back and win the next rally.
So 4 game points saved now by Wei Nan. 1 though, you have to say, saved by the umpire's decision. I have to say, looking at the replay, got it just. I mean, very tough to tell.
It is to tell, and to defend the umpire, even if it wasn't right, it's so hard to tell. We have the replays in slow motion that we can actually watch. Howard keeps on coming back. He wants this back.
5th time lucky, maybe. Got a lot of joy playing this one here. This shot down this side of the court.
And he also knows that he needs to put it that close because Wei Nan is just waiting for this shot. It would have been very good if he pushes a little bit into the court, this shot. Just how far he could go.
It's almost like he was in shock for the first, 10 minutes of the 3rd game. And
he did.
And that's the point that saw him as the winner in this topsy-turvy match. A real thriller, wasn't it? 21-18 in the final game.
But Howard he can be proud of himself. He did a very good match and he fought well. I think tactically he missed a little bit in the end of the set when Wei Nan came back into the game. But he did well.
Oh, excellent, wasn't it? Really good men's singles match. So confirmation then that Howard Chu, well, after pushing Wei Nan in the end, comes out second best, and Wei Nan is through to the 2nd round. But next up, we've got a doubles match. Heather Over and Lauren Smith up against Nadine Ashraf and Mela El Tanai.